Welcome back, everyone, to Call of Cthulhu with me, Jazz Chicken, and KrazyKamron.
Baxter Bleeker.
So, we've narrowly avoided yet again a terrible situation.
I'm good at that.
Yeah, you're a bit uncanny with that. I've had a little think as to what will be happening afterwards, and then I remembered, yes, you killed Barbara Blight. You didn't just leave her there, and I was like, oh, is she going to make a comeback? And I was like, yeah, no, she's pretty much gone. She ain't coming back. So,
Baxter knew what he had to do, and he regrets it.
Alright, there was one thing I was very undecided about. I'm just gonna flip a coin. Heads or tails, I'm gonna say, oh yeah, and this thing is not...
Tails?
BR... Okay, that's all wrong. Sure, let's go tails. Heads. Alright, fine. Okay.
Damn it.
Noted. Alright. So it's on, we're on the Wednesday. So things to remind about is that it's election day today, so like people's votes are getting in. There's like a cut-off time, which tends to be around, I would say maybe 6 p.m. It's currently, well, you did all this like early morning, and there was a lot of weird going on in the morning where you were tripping balls and going back to the hotel and nothing seemed real. I'll probably say it's, maybe now 10:30 in the morning.
Yeah. And I believe we left on a cliffhanger of I looked at the paper that I got to see if it evaporates.
Ah, yes.
And you were like, and we'll see in the next. So I'm like...
So that's what I flipped about to decide, because I was like, you did get rid of her. What I will say is that there are more, like, as if the paper has been sitting in fire. The part of it has burnt away, but it's not fully disintegrated. There is still a part of the problem, which from your visions that you had would be that there are people in the pregnancy ward that may still have the implants. Or however means that that Barbara's been putting them in there.
Could I just, before walking away, just search Barbara? Because I don't think I did that.
Yes. I would say, I mean, you'll definitely find her ID badge. You would... Do I want to be kind? Sure, let's be kind. You'll find an extra syringe in there, or on her person, that she didn't use on you. It was the same syringes that she tried to inject you with. There's one that's
very nice.
Still got some of the fluid in. For that
I
one,
will write that down.
I will say give me, what was it? Spot hidden. Give me a spot hidden check on the syringe.
Spot hidden. Right, this is... Ladies and gentlemen at home, this is going to decide how Baxter is doing today.
Until a situation of dire need. Suddenly your luck will change. Oh, with a 7. Holy heck. Okay.
We're doing good today, baby.
It's much easier to see. You recognize the fluid as some of the goop that you've been mopping up during your travels or during your adventure so far, and you've given some to William to investigate. But now that it's actually in a vial, a small thin vial that you're able to look into and staring at it, you're seeing amongst the goop, it's not fully liquid. There is like lumps in it, Small lumps. They look very like soft and squishy, but they seem to be moving in the vial and wiggling around.
Okay, that's horrifying. I will show it to Will and be like, we still have a problem of this has been injected into people inside the pregnancy ward. I'm not quite sure what it does, but it's not good.
Oh yeah. I mean, it looks gross for starters, and he's like kind of thinks he's about to say something. It's like, no, it can't be a semen sample. The wiggling things are too big. I don't even know I don't even want to know what's in this. I'm sure I can give it to the. Well, didn't we? I might maybe.
You
need
investigated some.
Yeah, I might need to get in touch with my contact and see if they notice anything more.
I would do that because we need to get this out of the people at the pregnancy ward, and then problem 2 should be gone.
Good job these painkillers are kicking in because of my dislocated jaw that I've just remembered.
It's alright, buddy. You had a lot of time to fix it while I was fighting Dr. Blight. Yes, that deals with problem 2 if we get rid of that, but then problem 3 is signs of a cult that may be formed, but just around.
And there was also that Morse code message that seemed to be coming from the asylum.
I believe I investigated that in your absence when you were in the hospital.
Oh, did you find anything?
Let me scroll up in my notes. When I went there seemed to be some kind of talk of a shadow man around the asylum.
Did you find the one who was sending the message?
No, they were quite strict with who I could and couldn't see, but yes,
I'll be very keen to go back there, but isn't there like this election going on? Wasn't the message saying that the election's rigged?
Yes. And in the last moments of Blight, she mentioned how this group are annoyed at our progress, but ultimately have eyes and ears everywhere. So we may have to start looking over our shoulders.
I have a feeling the resistance, well, we'll probably be facing resistance soon now that we've been messing with their plans a bit as well.
Yes. I have a theory that it revolves around the leisure center, and I'm gonna just hold up like the crumpled note in my hand and be like, I've been finding these. The first one, which made you indisposed, but when I dealt with the problem out in the farmlands, the note disappeared and crumbled. So the fact that this one is looking burnt but not quite gone probably means that this issue is still around, but we've dealt with a good part of it, which makes me think about the pregnancy ward, as I've been let known that there are issues there, but I can't exactly go in and start killing everyone on the pregnancy ward, so...
Yeah, I don't think that'll go well.
it's...
That'll attract a lot of attention.
Yes, exactly, so I think it's very important we get this sample back so we know how to combat it, or at least extract it from these other people.
Give me a history check now that you've seen this vial as well.
History. Okay. With advantage?
You know
As
what,
you said, I've been, like, dealing with it a lot.
And you did get the 3 stars. Yes, you have advantage.
So that's just the +1.
Yeah. Three-star again. Coming in
Baxter's
hot.
doing good today.
Coming in hot. You remember whilst you're talking, you suddenly have like a quick flashback, and you can even picture what had happened. Now we're holding that syringe in your hand and seeing the things wiggling around and seeing the goop, and you flash back to moments where you've picked up the slime and whatever. And when you're with Lynch in the hospital and you saw the imagery on his back and stuff, your memory takes you to when you were in the fight with the doctor out in the street, and he had gone berserk. And during the fight, he had vomited on a passerby, and then the passerby and their partner walked off. And the goop that you vomited is the stuff in the syringe, which leads you to believe that there may be one possibly minor problem as well.
Okay. Do I remember that woman's name? Because I... Or, like, did I get her name?
I would say I mean, you got the 3-star. So with that critical that success, basically a nat 20. It was when we went sneaking around that house, and when William was being followed and hid somewhere.
Yeah.
And we went to the house and we snooped around, and it seemed like everyone was fine. You recognize that the woman was living in that house and the man was the partner there, although at the time they weren't showing any signs of anything out of the ordinary. But that's where they were.
Okay. I will relay that to William and be like, I think our first stop should be that house that we investigated that one time, as the same goo was thrown, or kind of projectile, vomited all over this woman, and if she's still herself, perhaps we could test on her to see if we can find some way to combat this.
Yeah. Would you like me to come with, or should we split up, or?
Baxter definitely thinks about it for a sec, and I think he is like, no, I think from here on out it's best if we stay together.
Okay. I might have to... And he looks in his pocket, he's like, okay, I've still got some pills. Alright, I'll try not to talk as much.
Okay. We can always stop by and get you some more pills.
So you drive down. It's a nice simple drive. I believe it was like down here somewhere.
Yeah, I think it was like at the end of this cul-de-sac.
And you pull into the area and up to the house that you remember with your amazing memory.
Okay. So, before we get out the car, I'm just gonna be like, so, if she doesn't seem weird, should we knock her out and, like, keep her somewhere? Because it could be a developing problem.
Was it the girl or the man?
I believe it was the woman.
All right.
The man vomited on the woman, and we got the girl out.
You'll remember it was the doctor who vomited on the male partner of the woman.
Oh, okay.
I was about to run with it, and I'm like, no, I'm gonna have to correct because of your memory roll. It was the doctor that you beat up that vomited on the man.
Sorry, it was a doctor that actually vomited on the man versus. So the woman should be okay, but the man is questionable.
Okay. All right. I mean, we could also inquire if he's been to if he's have any symptoms, or if he's been to see a doctor or anything. Or although, can we really trust any doctors around here?
I'm not sure, but I'd say this is a good first step, and then pregnancy ward second. And I get out the car.
William gets out too, takes a walk. He kind of holds his face a little bit, and all the wires that are there to keep his mouth closed as best he can. Straightens his jacket and gestures like, you first.
I brush him off a bit and then walk up to the door. And I knock. Just a powerful, like, dun dun dun.
Let's see. Oh, why does it keep doing the wrong code? Alright, so the lady answers the door. And she opens the door and looks at you. Yes, can I help?
Hello. I show my, like, ID, and I'm just like, Detective Bleeker, I have some questions for your husband. I believe I helped him a couple days ago with an issue of a sick person, and I'm just kind of checking in. We've gotten some more leads and just want to see how he's doing.
I don't know. Well, he's coming down with a fever, but and then he kind of walks into view and is like, "Who is it?" I was like, "That's some detectives. They want to speak with you and see how you're doing. Can you like come back tomorrow? I'm not feeling that great. I don't want you to get sick or anything. I think I got a cold or something." And you'll see in his face is like white. He's a bit like moist in the face. He's a bit sweaty, like as if maybe he's got a fever.
I know you're not feeling great, sir, and unfortunately time is of the essence here, so I would like to speak to you now if possible, even if it's you laying in bed and we just sit beside you, but yes, time is of the essence. We may think that doctor that was sick on you was contaminated with something, and we just want to make sure everything is okay.
The partner's like, "See, I told you. Like, you clearly contracted something, but I washed it off." It's like, but that doesn't mean anything. We need to go get you some pills or something. Like, you know how I feel about pills. All right, come in and and he sits on a small one-seater sofa that's far away from the main sofa. Take a seat. Just don't come near me. I don't want you catching whatever I've got. Would you like cups of teas or anything? And the partner comes in.
Just a water for me, please.
And William
And
just
for you,
gestures
Will?
no as she then walks off, comes back with some water and sits down, listens.
Thank you. Pull out my little notepad, flip it to like a blank page, and I'm like, so, did I get his name?
No.
Okay. So first of all, I guess I'll ask your name. I never got it in the end. I apologize. So, I'm Baxter, by the way, just so you know.
Okay, I'm Matthew.
Matthew, okay. Since the event, what have you felt?
What have I felt? Disgusted. But I don't know, it's just like once I've come home and he's there like scratching his arm a little bit and then rests his hands again. It was I just tell him like, I don't know, your symptoms. Well, had a bit of chest pain for a while, thought maybe it was, I don't know, a chest infection. And then I've been having a lot of mucus lately. Thought maybe I can just, wrap up and just sleep it off, but doesn't seem to have helped. Like, well, your body's trying to heat itself up. Like, maybe your body's actually cold, but you feel hot, so you shouldn't really be wrapping up. It's like, yeah, but we tried that too. But now I'm just getting like lots of hot flushes. His appetite is not as good anymore either. Well, yeah, everything just seems to, I don't know, make me not gag, but it just doesn't seem to sit well with me.
Yes. We, at least I reckon that the man who was sick is a part of some kind of testing. And recently, the boys downtown have discovered that one of the nurses at the hospital, Dr. Blight, has been messing around with people, and we reckon that's where this initial infection has come from. So this is why we are here today, just to make sure everything is okay. We might ask you to maybe come down to the hospital for some testing, or like, basically not testing, that's the wrong word, just to take some blood, make sure like your bloods are good. And
I hope that doctor's not working there anymore. Has she been arrested or?
Oh, she's been taken care of. She is no longer in Hungerford.
Okay, well that's a relief. Could you imagine? Like, yeah, how many people did she test on? How long has this been going on? Under our noses.
Well, that's what we're trying to find out, and we've been sent to you to make sure that you're doing okay, so we just basically need to come up with an antidote for whatever your affliction is.
And they kind of look at each other. I'll say you won't need to roll persuasion or anything. They look at each other, and the partner's kind of doing the whole like Puss in Boots, wide eyes. And he's like, oh, I hate it when you look at me like that. All right, and sure, no, yeah, I'll come with. I thought it was a fever, but if I've got some whatever that's going around, then yeah, sure.
Ultimately, we're just looking out for your safety.
No, that's fine. He gets up and goes to grab his coat and put his shoes on. Are you gonna like, I don't know, change your clothes or anything? He's like, well, no time like the present. It's fine. I can get changed when I get back. It's fine. He's just wearing like shorts and a t-shirt. So he puts on a jacket and puts on his shoes. Okay. Should I come with you, or should I just go there and ask for someone? Or
You can come with us. We can head there right now.
okay. Should I come too, or? I mean, I don't want to get in the way, but I would like to stay and keep an eye on him if preferred. But
preferably, we should take care of this. But if you're more comfortable coming along, then you can. But we are unsure of what we may find.
there is a chance that I could be infected too. I mean, I've been around him. I could have come into contact. So I think maybe I should come. She's like trying to find an excuse to come with.
I gestured to the door and I'm like, if it's more comfortable for you to come with, then you are more than welcome.
Okay, yeah, brilliant. Because I've been I've been developing a little bit of a cough. As she said, putting her stuff, putting her shoes on, and goes to come with. It's like, could you just leave me alone for like 5 minutes? She gives him a playful slap as they get into the car.
I give Will a playful slap as I walk out the door.
William just closes the door behind him. Okay, so you're driving back to the hospital?
I mean, it's one of those Baxter spoke, and it's like, well, I can't really walk in and go, hello. Could you test on these people? And they're like, are you a doctor? It's like, no. But I think, because I never took off the doctor's coat with Blight, so technically I'm still in guise, so... Because obviously, after leaving the hospital with her, people know that I was there to help Dr. Blight.
Yeah.
And then the fire alarm went off, so yes, I will take him back to the hospital.
Okay, dokes. Along the way, as you pull out of, like, the... I don't have the ping pointer. As you kind of pull out... Can I...
Of here?
Ah, there you go. Hold control. There we go. Yeah, as you come out of here, you'll see, like, there was a police car just parked there. And you kind of take note that the driver sees you as you drive off and just watches. He doesn't follow, but is watching. It kind of puts a seed of doubt in your mind as you then drive towards the surgery.
Okay. I think Baxter, does the shake of the head, it's okay. I'm just helping someone. It's fine. And
you arrive at the surgery. You're all here.
Yep.
Are you just walking, in through the front entrance?
Yeah, I want to be, holding the man, arm over one side and, supporting him with the other. And I'm just, I'll walk in and go to the receptionist at the front desk and be like, hello, I need an immediate blood work on this man here, please.
Okay. Just give me hands out some paper, gets a clipboard. If you just fill out the details there, you know the way to go.
Yeah, I've done this before. And I fill out the paperwork.
William just sits in the waiting area. He feels a little bit calmer now that Blight is gone. It's he's not going to be hounded or picked on or anything.
Nope. And after signing the paperwork, hand it back, and I'm like, okay, blood work, let's go.
And you take him away, and you go to a little nurse's area. Well, let me check on William's behaviour first. What would be the best one? I guess intelligence might be the better roll.
Oh, I was going to say, like, William's behaviour.
Just to see what he gets up to. Okay. In that case, it's not rolling dice for me for some reason. Oh, because I'm doing it hidden. I need to reveal the checks. Oh, but it still doesn't roll the dice. All right, fine. Well, whatever. Okay.
Was it good?
Noted. So you go down the hall and to like a little another area with a nurse, and she preps what she needs to do, sits him down, takes off the jacket, and then takes the blood sample. All seems to go according to plan.
Can I investigate the blood?
You can.
Like, have a look, like a very close-up look of it?
Do a spot hidden with disadvantage this time.
Oh, fun.
Okay, 76.
Yeah.
You don't notice anything with it all being just like a deep red. Yeah, you don't see anything there. And the nurse is like, what are you looking for? I mean, we can try it. We're going to be finding it in the lab anyway, but...
I'm looking for any signs of... Well, the lumps that were in the vial, were they like a certain colour?
So it was like a very white, gooey colour. So as they were moving in the goop, they seemed white as well.
Just looking for any kind of white,
almost like maggot
stringy
or grub-like.
liquids. Yeah. Any kind of white, maggot, stringy effects in the blood.
Oh, that doesn't sound nice. So, like, some kind of parasite, I guess. Okay.
Nurse. We're conducting a lot of tests today to find a possible... Oh, what's the word? A pantheon? No. What's the doctor's name for, like, a plague?
Pathogen?
Yeah, that's it. I was like, I know it's something. So I'm going to look at the nurse and just say, Nurse, we are looking for a certain kind of pathogen. It could be spreading. We aren't quite sure, but this is very secretive police business.
Do we need to put him into like some kind of containment so, whatever virus he has doesn't spread out? We may have to put you in there as well, because he's, come into contact with you guys. I guess the wife as well. We might have to put you all in and test you all just to make sure that you're all okay then.
Currently, we know of only one transmission, and that is by vomiting on another person, so...
And how are you all feeling? And she's pointing to you all. William,
I'm very tired.
William's just holding his jaw and is like, just points at it. Like, okay, but no other symptoms or anything, no?
No. But we're looking for anything, so any tests that we can get for this man, X-rays, do they exist at this point in time? I believe they do.
Probably very premature.
Like the doctor stands behind like a lead wall.
And melts as it goes.
Yeah. That would be a great X-ray.
It's too powerful. He just turns into a skeleton and drops.
Isn't that what X-ray does? It evaporates everything but the bones? Like, no.
Oh. All right, need to continue working then. I would probably say an X-ray might not help at this point, but yeah, the blood tests and stuff, they can run multiple tests
Okay.
on what they've done. So she makes notes and then takes it off to the lab.
Before she goes, I'm gonna just say, like, make sure that only I or William, and point to William, see these results.
She nods and says, William, I guess, would you mind just staying here, keeping an eye on them? I'll take you to... I may have to take you to the waiting room, because tests can take some time. But yeah, I'll come back and let you know. And William nods.
Okay.
The partner settles down, getting comfy, because she knows she's going to be here a long time. And she wanders.
Ooh, okay.
But William... Oh, wait, William is not with you. He was in the waiting area, wasn't he? Outside.
Oh, he was. So instead of pointing, I will say William, my person in a suit.
Alright, so rewind all that then. The partner is then with the couple are just sitting there in the room, waiting. William, if you were to step out and go back to the waiting area to see him, he went to sneak off and just investigate, but he ends up walking back and sees you and is like, I tried to find the pregnancy ward, can't find it.
Oh, I believe it's up that way. You went the... Okay, yeah, this hospital is very confusing. But good idea.
Do you need me to wait around here much longer, or what's the plan?
Currently, blood has been taken. They're going to go investigate it, and I have told them that only you or I are to see the results. Because we need to know what we're dealing with before we, go start scrounging through people in the pregnancy ward. So currently the wife has settled down, so we're basically just waiting on results.
All right.
Now, if something you could do is down in the morgue where Dr. Blight was, there was a computer down there. I don't know how much survived, but that would be a good place to go check notes and other things.
I was about to say, didn't you burn the place down?
Yes, but I don't know how much survived, like I said.
Well, I can go look. Which direction is this way, right?
You go down that way, take a right, and then continue on until you see a really dingy hole, and that's the door to the morgue.
Alrighty. Oh my God, William.
I think after he walks off, Baxter sits in one of the chairs and runs a hand over his beard, and it's this is the moment that he realizes just how much his hand is trembling, and kind of uses the other hand to rub it and just take a couple breaths. While I wait for the results.
Okay, as time passes, maybe about 20 minutes will pass, and then William comes back. And he's come back when he's got a security escort him in as well. He looks at you and kind of just shakes his head like, no, like there was nothing that had survived down there as he gets escorted out of the hospital.
I do the slight nod. And I'm gonna stand up and go just back to the room just to see how those two are doing.
Okie dokes. You go back to the room, you see them sitting there just bored out of their mind while they're waiting. But they've been moved outside of the little office. They're now, like the nurse is seeing other patients.
Okay. I want to keep a close proximity to them. So, I'll probably just, like, sit on the floor, like, outside their room and just, like, just go through my notes and, like, just keep scrolling through just to see if I've missed anything.
Okie dokies. So it takes a good amount of time if you're wishing to wait until the tests come back. Probably wait another, let's say maybe another hour.
I was going to say I'd be happy with like an hour because it's back in the day. Running tests on blood is probably...
Yeah. So it's by about 12:30 now. Tests come back, you see a doctor return with like papers or whatever and go into the office. The nurse, after a little moment, the nurse comes out and asks the couple to come back in.
Oh, okay. Right. Okay. And I will follow them in.
Okay, well, we've managed to find the cause of your problem. The fever-like symptoms that you seem to be receiving, Mr. Matthew, it's not due to any cold or flu, so you don't need to worry about that. What you do seem to have contracted is a parasite. It looks to be quite a few of them, actually. I guess you said you were vomited on. I guess quite a few of them managed to find their way into your system. But that's fine. It seems these little parasites react to just a simple form of medication, really. Not like worming tablets, but, you know, maybe a bit of a stronger dose. So, and she writes out this
Can you guarantee that?
Well, I mean, that's what the people in the lab have said. As they tested the blood, I don't know, they must have run a few tests on these parasites and it hands a piece of paper, a little prescription. It's like, just take some of these, like 2 tablets a day, and that should work out the parasites in your system.
I have a very... I look towards, like, literally cutting myself off and then looking towards the 2 people, and I'm like, go get your prescription, and I will visit you in a couple days to make sure everything is okay.
Okay. Do we have any money on us? Yeah, I've got money. So, all right. And they get up and they leave. Well, thanks, doctor, and thanks, detective. And they walk out.
I then turn to the nurse and I'm like, I have a very difficult ask.
Okay.
The pills that you've just prescribed to them, you said that would work. Like the lab technicians, that would work, right?
Yeah. Well,
We have...
Unless you want to speak with the lab technicians, they might be able to explain it better, but... They assured me that, yeah, this dosage of this tablet would help. I don't know the medical term of the tablet as the storyteller, but...
I may have a word with the technicians, but I need you to administer this drug to... you need to do the blood work on every member in the pregnancy ward. We have reason to believe that one of the doctors here, Dr. Blight, the most unfavorable one in this hospital, I've heard, but she was tampering with the pregnancy ward, and I would like to make sure that none of those parasites are in any of them as well.
Oh, okay. All right. I can... If this is a serious matter, then I'll just have to speak to the head of the hospital and see if we can get some multiple tests done on everyone in the pregnancy ward. You feel there's a pandemic?
It could be a human-made pandemic, which I'm trying desperately to stop.
Right. Okay. Oh,
so
that's
try and keep it. Well,
at the same time, we're not going to want people to leave the hospital then, in the off chance that they are carrying.
Well, currently, like I said, transmission is only through vomiting, and
well, that
we have reason. Well, that is true, but currently I would just focus on the pregnancy ward, as that could cause a lot more problems. Try and keep as little people inside our little circle as possible. Even if it's just ordering blood work to make sure that the babies are okay in the pregnancy ward. Make it look inconspicuous, like you're just doing your job. You don't want to alert. Okay. God, do I want to push it? Because it is 51, so it's a good chance, but it means it would be bad. I can't.
How would you push it? I guess just changing what you're saying, or...
I think I would really...
She looks to be leaning towards basically putting the hospital on lockdown and making sure no one leaves.
I think I would say, like, one of your doctors has caused this, so we're not sure who to bring into the circle, and that's why we need to keep it quiet.
Make that push roll.
Come on, Baxter. Damn, 70 again.
Both high rolls. We had quite a few high rolls. 76.
Yeah.
I got a 73, then you got an 85, then I got a 72.
Baxter's had his, like, good luck at the start.
Well, you normally get the bad luck out the way at the beginning. When there's danger, then you get lucky. Okay. She nods and listens to you, and then is like, right. And then she goes there, head off to speak to the head of the hospital. You feel like maybe she's still going to put the hospital on lockdown, so you might have a short space of time before you might have to try and sneak your way out.
Yeah, I think I'm going to very quickly just head towards the front door and, like, try and leave.
Okay. I'd say you're able to do that. It takes a bit of time before word spreads around. William's just standing outside, smoking, even with the wires in his face. So.
Doesn't that hurt?
Oh yeah. So.
Fair enough.
All right. What's the plan now? Did you find anything with the blood tests?
It seems people infected have parasites inside them, and they've been diagnosed a drug to get rid of these parasites from the lab technicians, but I'm not sure how viable that is, considering we don't know who to trust. But the nurse is putting the hospital on lockdown. I told her to focus on the pregnancy ward, so it seems like everything is going to be at least pilled up for a bit. So if it works, it works, but if it doesn't, then we know who some players in the game are.
Well, we definitely know one of them, which was Blight in the hospital. Alright. So, and then you see security now coming towards the entrance, and like they're now just kind of ushering people that are going to come in. They're being ushered away. Others that may go out, they're being told to sit down. So it seems like it's starting to now take effect.
Okay. I keep saying about the leisure centre, but we can't exactly walk in and be like, there's a bad group in here, you know, like, so... That's kind of my only lead right now. Unless we go to the library and we just try to read up some stuff about, you know, the symbols that we've seen. Maybe this land, maybe there's something weird about it, but just something.
Well, I mean, I could maybe see if I can find anything about this parasite that you mentioned. Seems
Yes.
like, I mean, you're part of the leisure center, then maybe you have a better chance of moving around there. Yeah, there is a bit of a pickle. There's a lot going on right now.
There is, it's just... I'll be honest, William, I do not wish to split from you in fear that you will not come back.
Well, if it's anything to go by, then I agree. It's, it wasn't fun being chased around the town.
No. So, I reckon we head to the library, do some reading, see what we can pick up on, and then we'll head towards the leisure centre.
Okay, so as you drive down, it will be into town. As you're driving through town, you're seeing all these banners everywhere, like going across the road above you from lamppost to lamppost, of like, vote for such and such, vote for, was it Mr. Lance Lancaster, and then a vote.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you're seeing all like some crowds. There's like a mini parade going on, but some people are watching with their families. Others are kind of lining up outside a building that's close by, and you figured that's where the voting is taking place. You pull into the library. It's not busy as everyone is outside, so you're able to to go in. There's only pretty much just the lady that's behind the counter.
Okay. I think walking in, I would just be like, look for any books on the history of the land, the leisure center. Just look for a moon and a star symbol. Those are the... I whisper that bit, actually. No, sorry, I already said it out loud. I can't be like... I can't be like, actually, whisper. No, I will be like, look for the moon and the star. And... you know, we'll combine our notes into what we know.
Give me a library use check.
I'm surprisingly good at this, I say, right now. Never mind. Where was this roll earlier?
You succeeded. That's a hard success, whereas William got a critical fail.
Oh my god, Will.
So...
How do I read books?
I can't read anything. William, let's do this as well then. My god, William. He's doing awful. He's not succeeded anything. Alright, fine. So, William, you go.
Is William going to be dead when I find him?
As you look around the library, and you look through a number of books and such, one kind of catches your eye. You see one that has like the symbol of the town, and maybe talks a little bit of the history of the town, but one about like bugs and sorts kind of takes your interest, and you wonder if maybe there's stuff on parasites in there. And as you're reading through, and you go through, you're seeing like mosquitoes, you're seeing like tapeworms and other stuff, and you're hitting the parasite section that talks about all these bugs that go inside other insects and stuff, and the fungus that can manipulate ants and kills them and stuff. And then you find this one that seems to mention this small worm, like a very tiny thing that burrows when it's inside the host by any means, and if it's not, it will basically crawl and just like a slug just slowly move up the body and find just any means of getting in, whether it's via a cut or through the eye, in the ears, just any way of getting inside the body. And it mentions that once it's inside the host, it has like this small bit of acidic goop that it can eject from its mouth, almost regurgitate, to slowly melt its way further through and get to your bone. And it's from there that it draws calcium towards it to kind of cocoon itself onto your bone. And not much more is known after that, as there's not been many reports on it. And you feel like this is what you're dealing with, and what is going around. But it does mention...
Any, like, cures?
It does mention that any human hosts that have been affected with such an insect or parasite, that just your everyday tablets of, like, worming tablets or whatever, will be able to dissolve it. But usually, depending if it's deeper in, then it needs a stronger dose.
Oh, fuck yeah.
And it's then you hear a big crashing sound from upstairs.
I'm taking that as that means the lab technicians were good people. As I run upstairs and I close the book and I take it with me.
You'll see a bookshelf has fallen on top of William. As he's lying on the floor, books everywhere. And he's just like, oh.
Like, Will, what the hell are you doing?
I wanted to get the book at the top. I didn't think the whole thing would come down on me.
There's ladders for that, Will.
The librarian comes running up, like, what on earth has happened?
To mix things up a bit, at this point, Baxter is suspicious of Will. Because he keeps fucking up and being like, throwing wrenches into plans, and Baxter's like, So he's gonna help Will get out of it and just be like, are you okay?
Yeah. And he kind of leans and you hear a crack in his back. He's like, yeah.
Can I ask, you tried to climb to get books when there are librarians round and ladders to climb up to get books?
I admit it wasn't.
Why?
I admit it wasn't my my brightest moment. Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
I thought I saw a book of interest, but I guess not.
Yeah. And now it's somewhere in here on the floor, amidst all these books.
Yeah. Did you find anything?
No.
The librarian's there trying to clean it all up. So it's okay. Don't worry. I'll get this sorted. Looks at the bookshelf that's fallen over. Is like, oh, okay. Yeah, that one is a bit dodgy. I have been meaning to replace it. So it could have killed me.
It could have. I feel like you need a break, Will.
She stands up. You're not going to press charges, are you? He kind of shows his badge and is like, "Oh no, I'm sorry. I will get this replaced. Please don't do anything." It's like, well, you better, because that's a hazard.
What did your book look like, Will? Maybe we could find it on the floor.
I don't know. It just looked like a thick book. I thought maybe it would have stuff that we're looking for. I don't know. You get the feeling that whatever he was looking for probably wouldn't have helped.
I'm like, okay. Yeah, interesting. Okay. Yes, I think our bug problem will be sorted. That's all I'm thinking right now.
Well, that's a relief, I guess. So, alright, so what do we do about the people in the pregnancy ward, or this voting thing? What do we do about that?
Well, the people in the pregnancy ward will be treated, and it should work with a strong dosage. The election is rigged, so, that's just... It's like any election, really, but we can't really intervene with an election, because we don't want the whole town coming down on us. I think it's the leisure center. I think, and I lean in to, whisper, and I'm like, I think there might be the start of a cult at the leisure center.
Oh, alright then. To the leisure center it is then. And he goes he's heroically pointing and then starts limping and holding his back.
Baxter, like, thumb and forefinger, like, to the bridge of his nose, shakes the head a little, and he just follows him.
It takes a while to try and drive through the crowd with the some of the parade that comes past. You're not seeing like floats or anything. It's just like a marching band and some other people and chucking pamphlets around, going vote for this guy, vote for this guy,
vote for that guy.
As you drive down.
Okay.
As you arrive, you see a fire truck that's just parked in the car park area. But you don't really see many people around. As you go to walk into the leisure center, you just see one guy in like the fire uniform kind of walk out. He smiles and nods as he gets into the truck and goes to drive away.
The fire people were here. Sorry, did I miss something?
Oh, that's all you saw when you arrived.
Oh. I think I'm just gonna look over at Will and be like, any sign of O'Neill?
Any sign of what?
O'Neill?
O'Neill. Oh. You look around. I don't see his car anywhere. Yeah, that's a point. We haven't seen him in a while, have we? You don't think he's, I don't know, spying on us, watching us?
No. I just checking, seeing if you found anything.
No. I'm a bit curious about that fire truck, though. Maybe there was a fire test here or something.
Well, we can certainly check it out. As I get out the car, and I'm just gonna look at that, like, slightly burnt note in my pocket again, just to be like, still there. Okay.
And you do notice that the burnt note is slowly disintegrating.
I think that's like a sigh of relief for Baxter. It's like, okay, the problem is going away. I'll go investigate that fire truck, or what, like, where it was.
If you're going to the fire truck, the guy will be there as well. The fireman that walked out.
Yeah. I'll just be like, hello, what are you guys doing here?
It's just a simple fire test, nothing to worry about, sir. And then you hear the clunk of the door. And it goes to start the engine.
Ah, fair enough. It's a fire test. I do in quotation marks to William.
And then the truck drives off. Give me a spot hidden.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Yes.
Yay, another hard success. You'll see, as you watch the truck go by, and you say that to William, that not at the entrance, but to maybe like a side, somewhat back entrance, you will see, what was his name, Steve? Yeah, you'll see Steve kind of just watching. He nods. You see him nod at the fire truck, He looks at you, puts out a cigarette, and goes back inside.
Now, I don't know how much time I've actually spent in the leisure centre over the years, but does this place have a basement?
You wouldn't know.
Okay. Psychoanalysis, would that be like judging someone's like
their
character?
Body, yeah, and their body language and.
Could I try that at the nod to like see what he's not trying to convey, but is that like a cool like little signal?
Yeah. Yeah, you can do that with a short space of time. I mean, what is your psychoanalysis?
39.
39. Just a normal roll then. I would say hard, but it's low anyway.
Ah, you bitch. I watched it very slowly flip from 20 to 16. It's like, nah, you bastard.
So it was too quick to pick up anything.
Okay. I'm gonna look at Will and be like, so, step 1, investigate. We do what we usually do: investigate the building, ask some questions,
Split up and look for
see if
clues.
there's a basement. See if there's a basement. Evil things like to happen in a basement.
No, it's times like this where I wish I had backup.
Well, if we find your partner, maybe we will.
Yeah. And he walks in, goes up to the counter, and kind of flashes his badge. And he's trying to talk his way into basically investigating the building.
I will walk up.
I'll do a
As
lore
well.
roll as well. Oh my god. Come on, what the fuck?
Did he get like
Every-
100?
Every single roll he's made so far has not been lower than what? William, I'm just going through. It's not been lower than a 68, I guess.
Jesus.
He keeps failing. Okay, so he goes there and he flashes his badge and he's basically trying to persuade them to allow him to search the premises. But naturally, they're a bit like, okay, well, do you have, paperwork? You can't search the premises without a permit. And then, like, he's trying to argue his case, but they're not having it. They're like, no, they're like, with their cheesy grins, they're like, we're more than happy to comply, but you're gonna need a permit first.
I was gonna say, like, while they're arguing, can I just walk
Yeah.
through the leisure centre and I start looking around?
Give me a
because
stealth.
I'm there.
You still
most
dressed
of the
as a doctor as well.
I want to say I would have taken it off going into the library, because,
I mean, it makes sense.
like, it's like, well, I don't need to be in the doctor's uniform anymore,
Yeah.
so...
Alright, give me a stealth roll.
With advantage?
Sadly not, no.
Okay. Damn it.
64.
Literally, all my failed rolls have been... My lowest is a 64 now. Like, William is cursing me.
So you go to walk past and they see you, but you recognize some of the people, and one, like the person behind the counter was the girl from earlier that ended up like working alongside Steve and became a bit forgetful, and she recognizes you, and she kind of just punches a few numbers or like writes something out on a piece of paper to log that you're in the building, and she smiles and just says continue down.
Don't like that.
And she's happy for you to enter because you are a member of the leisure centre. Meanwhile, there's like another member who's kind of just standing with their arms crossed with William, trying to say like, no, you ain't going anywhere without a permit. And so William looks at you and he just brings his arms up like, I can't get anywhere.
I'm gonna like raise my arm up and do like a circular motion to try and convey like search the outside.
He kind of nods and then looks back at the two there and is like, all right, I'll get you your permit, but... And then he walks out. And the two behind the counter and the arm crossed, they kind of look at each other smugly. Like, yeah, we told the law to fuck off. And so he walks outside. And you go down the halls and you see the usual areas. You got like a big hall where people are playing. You got like one side is playing maybe like indoor tennis, and another side is doing like indoor basketball. You go past another area that has like squash rooms where people are hitting the squash balls against the walls.
But I'm looking around for not extra doors, but like rooms I may have not seen before.
Thankfully, this is a time where there's no electronic locks, so you're able just to move around and go wherever. I don't think there's really any check really to do. I will say you will notice there's a staircase that leads up, and you're used to going up to where you go for your psychiatric treatment, where you normally meet your psychiatrist there or whatever, but you never went downstairs, and you're always confused, like curious, like what's down there. And the lighting does seem a little bit darker there, makes you, maybe that's why you never really paid too much attention. And so
I'm heading down, baby.
So you decide to head down.
It's one of those, like, I see the stairs down, and it's like, imagine that, like, you know the filming thing where you see, like, the hallway, like, extend, but there's no zoom?
Yeah.
It's like that, and then Baxter does a deep breath, and it's like, okay, let's go.
Alright, let's see what William's been up to whilst he's around at the outside. Please get lower than frickin' 68. I'll do a few rolls.
Yeah. Come on, Will.
Oh, okay. I won't do a few rolls then. You got a hard success on a spot hidden. Okay.
Ooh.
So I will refer back to him later then. Okay, so as you're going down, what seemed like it was darker, but yeah, there's lights on down here. So you arrive at another hallway. You feel like maybe this is like an area where people with higher access tend to go. There's like even a few shower rooms that are down here. And as you go further down, you see like a staff entrance or like, not for customers. And so naturally you go like, all right, I'll go in there then.
I will say I am moving around this area like quietly. I'm not just like walking with purpose.
I'll do a little check to see if anyone may notice, even just customers or whatever. No, they don't bat an eyelid. If anyone does see you, they believe that you're meant to be there. You go through this staff entrance and it looks very basic to begin with. Like, the halls are not so well presented. They're not made to impress anyone. It's just like a basic hall. As you go down, like, some of the lights are maybe flickering. I'd say you're hearing discussions further down the hall.
What kind?
Give me a listen check. As at the moment it's mostly mumbling.
Oh god.
That's a critical fail.
Again, fucking... Yeah, I watched it go slide from 10 slightly over to 9. It's like, god damn it.
So, I'd say as you try to move closer to hear better, you don't notice like a bucket and mop, and you end up knocking over the mop, which clanks on the ground and echoes down the hallway. Naturally, the discussion then kind of comes to an abrupt stop. What do you do?
I think I just want to pick up the mop and the bucket and just start being like,
And start mopping.
just be like, God damn it. Put on like a gruffled voice and just be like, I shouldn't have left the bucket there, god damn it.
Okay. Trying to pretend you're the cleaner. In that case... give me... do a persuade then. I was going to say fast talk, but it's a 5.
Let's go.
Okay. That confirms that the people talking, one of them is not the janitor, so... You hear maybe a muffled giggle, and then footsteps moving further away.
I'm just gonna pick up the bucket and hold them up and just move down this hallway. Basically, using this mop and bucket as like if things get a bit too close, I just put it down. I'm like, yep, start mopping.
I work here now. Okay, there's no no, that's fine.
Would that be a stealth?
It'll either be stealth. I'm looking like if there anything like costume related or lying. Disguise.
Disguise.
I mean, there's disguise. It is low, but you can roll disguise, or you can try stealth again.
Could I argue stealth with the bonus because I'm just... Well, I guess it's just a stealth because I'm literally not putting on a disguise.
Yeah, it'll be just like a normal stealth, and if anyone did come there, they'll see that you're not the janitor. Oh, yes! Hard success. Okay. So you're able to be convincing with this buff at least, and you are sneakily moving down. So you're not making loud footsteps or anything.
I definitely would say, rather than a disguise working, it's more like, people don't usually look at cleaners. It's like, just ignore them. So maybe it's just back to everyone like, yep, just mopping in the corner.
And as with that, as you move down the hall, and literally a door opens in front of you and someone comes walking out. And they're quite smartly dressed as well, and they seem to be busy like looking through a book of sorts.
Do I recognize them?
They kind of turn but they don't look at you. They just see like the shape of a body there, and I guess they maybe look at the bucket and be like, And they walk past and go to head where you came from. You don't recognize them. It's not someone that you would have seen whilst your time at the leisure centre.
Okay.
So it could be like more administrative people, people that tend to be away from the customer service side.
And in the room he just came out of, is it just like a laptop?
In there you'll see...
Well, I guess a computer.
You'll see more like just an office space, so like desk and a little fancy chair. The room is not particularly big. They've got like bookshelves and stuff. A little cabinet. It seems like they also maybe drink here as well.
Okay. Then I guess I will just keep on looking around. I guess I'm looking... In my brain, I'm looking for a cult circle, but I'm like, no. I'm looking for the symbol. Anywhere that has, like, that star and moon symbol. Maybe hidden, may not be, but, like, I'm trying to find that to see if this place has, like, a meeting room of sorts.
Yeah.
Because obviously... Dr. Blight told me that they know I exist and they're watching, so...
Let's see how William's been up to quickly.
Come on, William.
I'm gonna need that from you. Okay, I'm gonna push that roll then.
Oh, God.
Okay.
This isn't going well.
All right. Ooh, interesting. Okay. In which case...
Hate that.
Okay. Noted. As you're looking around and you're with your hard success of trying to be the janitor and that, you're doing well with keeping people off your tail, and you're seeing, you feel you're getting closer to something. As the deeper in you go, you end up finding another set of stairs which leads you down. And the halls here now seem to be almost like it's a hotel corridor, like that kind of decoration that's down there with the carpets and such.
That's not fun.
And there's lots of reds in this corridor. And as you're moving down, you don't maybe see the symbol of the moon and the star, but you are hearing very faint humming down the hall. And as you move further down, you're gonna hear a scuffle of some kind, which then kind of comes to an end. But you're hearing noises that you wouldn't have thought you would hear in a leisure center, and it seems to be securing in your mind that maybe this is not a nice place to be.
Oh, I want to head towards the scuffle.
And you follow it
like,
down.
Still being very quiet at this point.
Yeah. I'd say your bucket and mop, it would not help you in this area. Because essentially you're mopping carpet.
I will still keep the bucket with me, at least.
You will see... Let me just double check something in the... Okay, cool. So, I just needed to check if this was around back then. You round the corner, and you will see very briefly William with a man in an elevator as the doors are slowly closing.
Is Will the one standing, or...?
He seems to be slung over this guy's shoulder. Not like flopped over, but like arm over his shoulder. His head is facing downwards.
Oh, I want to launch the bucket at the doors to try and reopen them.
You'll see... You're quite far away. You'll see, like, with launching the bucket across, it makes it to the elevator door. The guy looks at you. As the doors close, you kind of make brief eye contact. And you'll see that, if anything, you're looking at the number at the top of the elevator and you see it's going down.
I'm just like, well, shit. And I hit the button to, like, call it back to my floor. And knowing I've just made probably a bunch of noise, is there anything in this hallway I can stand behind?
You can probably stand to the side of the elevator door, or you can go into one of the rooms.
I want to go into one of the rooms until I hear the elevator at my floor.
Okie dokie.
What floor? Hang on, before I do that, actually, what floor does the elevator stop at?
There doesn't seem to be like numbers, but it seems to go maybe 3 lights down. So you see like little light bulbs.
Okay.
And it seems, it blinks 3 lights down, and that third one seems to be like the bottom.
Okay, so it's to the bottom floor. Alright, so after confirming where the lift has gone, I will then duck into a room after hitting the button.
Okay, give me a heads or tails.
Heads.
Heads it is. You go into this room, and it is a dark room. And it seems to be a wide space. Like the floor has gone from carpet to just like a stone floor. So as you kind of close the door behind you, you notice your footsteps are echoing around. It's too dark to really see much of what's in here. You feel that the air is cold.
Okay. I'm just going to, like, get up as close to the wall as possible against the door and just wait for the elevator to hit the floor I'm on.
Okie dokes. Whilst you're waiting, you'll maybe get a faint smell of iron, and then you hear the ding.
Does anyone walk out of the lift?
Give me a listen check.
Come on, Baxter. Nope, I fucking...
Critical fail with a 99.
Yeah.
Do you wish
Thing is,
to
I
push
want
it?
to... I was going to say, I'd want to push it, but how do you push a listen check? How do I listen differently? I guess instead of passively listening, like just having my head, I put my ear to the door.
Okay, try again.
Okay, that's I mean, I say that's better, but it is a pushed roll, so I think it's about the same.
With a 74, as you put your ear to the door to try and listen more closely, you will hear the sound of the door handle beginning to like be turned or touched. So you have a brief moment to choose what you want to do.
Oh god, I'm gonna wait for the door to open and just clock this person over the head with the bucket.
Okay.
Knocking them out.
Okie dokie. Right. Best for this. I'm thinking it'll be a dexterity thing. Just in case.
I would say, do I get like an advantage to the roll as he doesn't, or this thing doesn't know I'm there? It's just like the door opens and I'm like, bang!
Oh yeah, you'll be able to, because you've done well with sneaking around.
Roll?
Yeah, I think it's gonna have to be brawl.
With a +1 or 2?
A +1.
Okay, come on, baby. Oh!
Oh! Critical success. Alright. So they open the door, and literally out of the darkness, this bucket comes flying into their face. It smacks them in the face. They start to lean back. You grab them and pull them in, which then causes them to stumble with the bucket on their head, and they fall onto the floor.
Push them into the darkness, and I run to the lift and hit the button.
Okay. The doors close, and you start going down.
I ready my shotgun. So I'm just like, Baxter, what the fuck are you doing? Also, Will, why are you so terrible at everything? Okay, breathe. We got this. Run in. Simple mission. Run in. Just get Will and then leave. That's all we have to do. That's all we have to do.
Give me a POW roll.
What roll?
POW is within your stats.
Oh, POW. God. Okay. Yeah, that's not good.
Alright. Do you wish to push, or...?
I feel like pushing would make it worse.
Okay.
But, I mean, anything's better than a critical failure, so...
Whatever do you mean?
Considering I watched it get placed on the 9 and also your big gasp, I'm like,
You're feeling yourself getting not nauseous, but you feeling very faint.
Okay.
Okay. As you are stabling yourself, the light in the elevator begins to flicker, kind of goes off for a brief moment. What would be a good one? Maybe this one.
This ain't good.
So the light kind of goes off for a brief moment, and you snap yourself out of it. And the light comes on. You're now inside a train that is moving. Lights are kind of gently flickering around within the carriage that you're in, and you're seeing dead bodies lying within the carriage.
I think Baxter fully is just like closes his eyes and just starts breathing and being like, you're in the lift. You're in the lift. You're nowhere else. This is just weird. You're in a lift, you haven't moved. You're in a lift, you haven't moved. And just like starts repeating that to himself.
For a brief moment, you may open your eyes to the end of the carriage where there's like a door leading to the next carriage. And that's where you'll see blood splat across the window as you hear a body kind of fall to the ground. And you'll maybe see to one side a blood-stained pamphlet of Lance Lancaster, now mayor of Hungerford.
So, Lance made it. Okay. I guess I will sprint towards the doorway.
Towards where it's happening?
So you said a body is falling and there's blood splatter happening.
On the other, yeah, there's like a... Down the end of the carriage, you got the door that leads to the next carriage. And on the opposite side of that door, blood is splattered on the window, and you heard a body flump down. So do you wish to run towards where that's happened?
Yes, to go see what's happening.
Okay. As you head over, and you open the door, and there's this body that's looks torn in the kind of throat and chest cavity, flumps over, eyes wide, and then you look forward, lights flickering, and you see a body that is like a man that is standing over someone else. You see their arm sharply move down, followed by a squelch. And they'll begin to rise up. Look to one side, maybe not towards you because they don't know you're there yet. And I need you to give me a history check.
Okay.
With a success.
Hey.
You recognize this to be William Lynch, the guy they are moving to London. And you'll then see a proboscis slowly extend out of his throat.
So I'm seeing a vision of what's happening. Is what kind of Baxter's imagining. But in that time I'll go, William!
His face will immediately turn towards yours. His jaw is pretty much, his lower jaw is like just hanging off as this proboscis thing immediately pulls back into the body. He looks at you very angrily. His body, like his skin, is very bark-like, very scale-like, hair a mess. And he makes this weird guttural shout kind of roar at you, which almost, it sounds kind of familiar, I would say, with your more basic success. It sounds somewhat familiar to what you heard in the forest.
Yeah.
As
when I set on fire.
As he begins to then... No, this is more like towards the crime scene.
Oh, okay.
And maybe the vision that you had in the hospital as well.
What's the room smell like, Jazz?
The room, was it smell like?
Yeah, it smell like methane.
No. It smells strongly of blood.
Okay.
As his... You'll see... What do you... No. So his tattered hands are now grabbing like the head of the chairs as he's moving and pulling. He's walking towards you and kind of pulling himself along as well.
Oh, I slam the door and then I'm going to... What's around me? Just
What are you looking for, or just to get a picture?
Something to throw.
An improvised weapon. I would say
I'm not gonna throw it. I'm not gonna throw it at him. I want to throw it down the train to make it seem like I'm running away from the door.
You'll see just people's bags, maybe suitcases around.
Oh, then I'll chuck that.
As well as a lot of other people. You throw it down the hall.
And then hide, just hope that he walks past me.
Give me a stealth. You would make it close as well. Okay.
Is that good close or bad close?
Depends. Do you want to push it?
Well, I was going to use luck, but...
Do you want to use luck?
I mean, I know you're not going to tell me. But I'll believe in the heart of the dice.
Okay. The door goes to open and he forces it open the rest of the way with his hand, and just his whole body and demeanor kind of moves through very violently and fast as he looks down the hall. And with a closer up image of him now, you'll see his clothes are all tattered. He's still pretty much dressed as he was when he was in the hospital, with the gown on and stuff. A lot of his body is all this bark-like skin, as this kind of esophagus proboscis is pushing out, and the ooze is dripping down, which is reminiscent of the ooze that you've been recently investigating. His eyes are pretty much white, and the pupils and that are grey, as if they're dead eyes basically. His hair a mess, his jaw is almost ripped off at this point. His hand it's very much like a Lord of the Rings moment. His hand kind of rests on the top of a chair that's where you're hiding. As you're just to the left of him. As he looks around, one person will kind of make a noise as they haven't fully died yet, as he'll then rush over to them, and you'll hear screams as he rips them apart. The lights will flicker, and you're now back in the elevator as it goes bing and the doors open.
So that's what's happening with William right now. Well, that's London's problem.
That's
I guess.